Happy Tuesday. I am so glad that you're here. I wish, even though I'm taping inside, I can hear the birds outside, and I wish that you could hear them too. There's nothing that says summer to me like birds. And I have one child who truly appreciates birds more than the rest, although I have to say he's kind of helping all of our family to see how amazing birds are. This isn't a video about birds, but I just wanted to pop in for a second and just say they just sound so cheerful and happy all the time. And I wish that you could hear what I was hearing today. So even though I'm stuck inside, it's a little rainy and dreary outside, um, I can still hear the birds and they just sound amazing. It kind of does go into what I was going to talk about today, and that is living without regret. My husband and I, we made a decision when we first got married, and then we've just kind of built on it as we've been married. We've been married over 2 decades now, and we just kind of made the decision that we were going to live without regrets. We wanted to um, do what we could in the best of our ability with God's help to just take advantage of building memories and building connections with our kids, with our extended family, with each other, with God first and foremost. And so, what exactly does living with no regrets mean? Does it mean that you drop everything all the time and make sure that you do everything with other people and or work all the time or don't work at all because you don't want to, miss out on anything? Well, for us, for me, it means asking God what He wants in my life. He knows that my heart's desire has always been to be at home and to raise our kids. But I also knew that I needed to work financially as well. And so He knew my heart and He molded jobs for me, multiple jobs that I can work from home so I can still be at home with my kids, doing the things that are important, molding and shaping them and helping them to become who God wants them to be, or I should say, pointing them in God's direction, while still earning a paycheck. But He also knew that even more than I did, because I never considered myself a writer. But He knew how much writing stories and sharing both fictional truths or fiction stories that bring us back to biblical truths and nonfiction books that cement and teach biblical truths, how much that would fill me up and how much I would love that. There's nothing I love more than to share with people from my heart about God and pointing people in His direction. So, my one book, Adventure's Invitation, the one with Holly, her parents are awesome at teaching her family or their family to live with no regrets. They have such a balance and they do such a great job. Then if you read Journey Back Home, book 2, Jace and Simone kind of, but more so Jace, has quite a problem with that. So if I was you, I would encourage you to pick up Journey Back Home. And then when Holly comes into his life and Holly comes into the family and becomes a part of the family as far as a family friend and so forth, she starts teaching him a little bit about what her parents taught her about how to live with no regrets and how to find that balance. And while the book itself doesn't talk about living with no regrets or having regrets with the choices that you've made, that's kind of one of the big themes for the book. So if you like fiction and you like to read about biblical truths interwoven with fiction and a great story, then I would suggest, or I would highly encourage you to go out and pick up the Redemption of Green Pines, the first 5 books. And I'm hoping by this fall that book 6 will be out and ready to go as well. So, what does it mean for you to live with no regrets? When you hear that phrase, how do you live? How does that look for your life? So, if you would comment in the comments below or send me an email, whatever you prefer, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are and how your family integrates that into their lives. If you do, and if you don't, tell me why you don't either. Tell me why that's not important or that's not your first goal in your family structure. And it's not our first goal, but it is an important one for us. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button. If you would, subscribe. Find the links below to check out the membership, check out my website, check out the books. or drop me an email. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. And can you believe it? Next week is the 4th of July already. So I hope that you either have plans, are making plans, or your plans are to do nothing. Have a great day, and I will talk to you next week.